The court said, "The prosecution may call its next witness."
Ms. Murray said, "Yes, Your Honor." The government calls Gabriella Luciano.
Gabriella Luciano, called as a witness by the government, having been duly sworn, testified as follows.
The court said, "Please state your name and spell it and speak into the microphone."
The witness said, Gabriella Luciano, Gabriella Luciano.
The court said, "You may inquire."
Direct examination. By Ms. Murray.
Good afternoon. Where do you work?
I work for the FBI in New York City.
What is your title?
I am a special agent.
How long have you been a special agent with the FBI?
Since July 7, 2019.
Do you work for a particular squad with the FBI?
Yes, I work for a white-collar squad.
What are your duties and responsibilities as an FBI special agent?
Investigate crime to the best of my ability, not just in my own violation, but sometimes in others.
Have you participated in the execution of search warrants during your time at FBI?
Yes,
What is a search warrant?
It's a legal document that provides authorization to look for and/or seize specific items related to the crime.
Special Agent Luciano, I want to direct your attention to March 15th of 2023. Did you work that day?
Yes,
At a high level, what did you do that day?
I worked as a searcher for a search warrant at a Mawa mansion residence.
In what state was that mansion residence located?
New Jersey.
What did the search warrant permit the FBI to do at that location, if anything?
It gave the FBI authorization to enter the premises and look for specified items and also a broader spectrum of items pertaining to the crime.
Special Agent Luciano, were you involved in the investigation of MilesGuo?
No,
Ms. Murray said, Your Honor, at this time I offer a stipulation. This is Government Exhibit Stip 5.
The court said, "It's admitted."
Government's Exhibit Stip 5 received in evidence.
Ms. Murray said, Can we publish that please, Ms. Loftus? This is a stipulation between the parties. It reads that the parties agree that if called as a witness at trial, Special Agent of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, would testify as follows. On March 15, 2023. Special agents and other FBI employees executed a lawful search of 675 Ramapo Valley Road, Mawa, New Jersey. During the course of that search, FBI personnel took photographs of exterior and interior spaces of 675 Ramapo Valley Road, Mawa, New Jersey. Government Exhibit NJ 1 through Government Exhibit NJ 357 are fair and accurate photographs of interior and exterior spaces of 675 Ramapo Valley Road, Mawa, New Jersey that were lawfully captured by an FBI photographer on March 15, 2023. Following the March 15, 2023 search, FBI personnel scanned and photographed items and documents that were lawfully seized during the search. Government Exhibit NJ 601 through NJ 839 are fair and accurate images of documents and items that were lawfully seized by the FBI on March 15, 2023. And the stipulation indicates that both the stipulation may be received into evidence. Your Honor, at this time pursuant to this stipulation, the government offers the following exhibits. These are all Government Exhibits NJ numbers. Government Exhibit NJ 7. NJ 12, NJ 14, NJ 15, NJ 22 through NJ 26, NJ 32 through NJ 37, NJ 40 through NJ 42, NJ 44 through NJ 45, NJ 53, NJ 55, NJ 58 through NJ 61, NJ 85, NJ 94. NJ 95 through NJ 106, NJ 111, NJ 112, NJ 114, NJ 116 through NJ 117, NJ 120, NJ 121, NJ 125, NJ 127, NJ 135 through NJ 147, NJ 149, NJ 151, NJ 153 through NJ 157, NJ 160. NJ 172, NJ 175 through NJ 177, NJ 181, NJ 184 through NJ 187, NJ 189, NJ 190, NJ 198 through NJ 199, NJ 201 through NJ 207, NJ 209 through NJ 210. NJ 214 through NJ 215, NJ 221 through NJ 225, NJ 228, NJ 230, NJ 233, NJ 246, NJ 249 through NJ 250, NJ 254 through NJ 259, NJ 265, NJ 267, NJ 271 through NJ 276. NJ 283 through NJ 286, NJ 289 through NJ 294, NJ 314, NJ 315, NJ 324, NJ 335, NJ 336, NJ 338, NJ 341 through NJ 349, NJ 354, NJ 356, NJ 357, NJ 607 through NJ 612, NJ 662, NJ 669, NJ 745, NJ 798 and NJ 800, NJ 807 and NJ 808.
The court said, they are admitted.
Government's exhibits NJ 7, NJ 12, NJ 14, NJ 15, NJ 22 through NJ 26, NJ 32 through NJ 37, NJ 40 through NJ 42, NJ 44 through NJ 45, NJ 53, NJ 55, NJ 58 through NJ 61, NJ 85, NJ 94, NJ 95 through NJ 106, NJ 111, NJ 112, NJ 114, NJ 116 through NJ 117, NJ 120, NJ 121, NJ 125, NJ 127, NJ 135 through NJ 147, NJ 149, NJ 151, NJ 153 through NJ 157, NJ 160, NJ 172, NJ 175 through NJ 177, NJ 181, NJ 184 through NJ 187, NJ 189, NJ 190, NJ 198 through NJ 199, NJ 201 through NJ 207, NJ 209 through NJ 210, NJ 214 through NJ 215, NJ 221 through NJ 225, NJ 228, NJ 230, NJ 233, NJ 246, NJ 249 through NJ 250, NJ 254 through NJ 259, NJ 265, NJ 267, NJ 271 through NJ 276, NJ 283 through NJ 286, NJ 289 through NJ 294, NJ 314, NJ 315, NJ 324, NJ 335, NJ 336, NJ 338, NJ 341 through NJ 349, NJ 354, NJ 356, NJ 357, NJ 607 through NJ 612, NJ 662, NJ 669, NJ 745, NJ 798 and NJ 800, NJ 807 and NJ 808 received in evidence. By Ms. Murray.
Special Agent Luciano, how would you describe the property that you searched on March 15, 2023?
Vast, luxurious, grandiose.
Ms. Loftus, can you please publish what is in evidence as Government Exhibit 134? Do you recognize the property that's depicted in Government Exhibit 134?
Yes,
What is it?
This is the Marwa residence.
And is that the residence you searched on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
We can take that down. What preparations, if any, did the FBI search team take in advance of that search?
There was a search brief going over the umbrella large-scale plan of how the day would go and to whom we would be receiving direction from. But a lot of that was covered by the evidence team and by the investigation team.
And were you on the evidence team that day?
I was a searcher. I was not on an evidence team that day.
Were you a member of the investigation team?
No,
Can you describe what actions you took on March 15, 2023 during the search of the Marwa property?
Sure. I was a searcher, so my plan that I received was to go through a designated area. Because of the expanse of the property, it would have been impossible for us to look at every single room individually myself. So I was given a hallway and I searched all of the rooms and all of the pieces of that hallway.
On March 15, 2023, did you walk through areas of the Marwa property other than your designated areas?
Yes,
Is it fair to say that you didn't walk through every inch of that property?
Could you repeat that, please?
Is it fair to say that you did not walk through every inch of that property on that day?
That's correct.
Ms. Loftus, can we please put up side-by-side Government Exhibit NJ 215 and 241? Special Agent Luciano, can you describe what part of the residence we're looking at here?
This is one of the main doors to the residence.
We can take those down and put up 214, 342. Starting with the top left. What part of the residence is reflected in this picture?
An entrance to the residence.
And then looking on the top right in the lower picture, are those other angles in other photos?
Yes,
We can take those down. Special Agent Luciano, did you go into the garage of the property on March 15, 2023?
Yes, I did.
Ms. Loftus, can we please put up NJ 94, 33, and 34? What did you see in the garage at the Marwa residence that day?
Several vehicles such as depicted here.
From your observation that day, what types of vehicles, if any, did you observe in that garage?
Luxury high-end vehicles. There was a black Range Rover SUV which you see in this picture closest to where I was standing. In addition to multiple high-end motorbikes.
Ms. Loftus, we can take those down and let's pull up 36, 37 and 35, please. Special Agent Luciano. Are these other photos from that garage?
Yes,
Ms. Loftus, if we could zoom in on the top left photo. What's shown here?
Several bikes.
And did you observe those bikes on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
We can take that down. We can put up exhibits 111 and 356, please. Do you recognize the room depicted in those photos from your search on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
Can you describe for the jury where this room was situated within the house?
Sure. It was on a ground floor off of a main entryway that had a large circular table. I believe it was immediately to the left.
And, Ms. Loftus, on the photo on the right on the wood paneling. If we could zoom in on what appears to be photographs that are taped up or tacked up to that wall. Let's take that down and we can put up 116, 112 and 114. Starting with this photo on the top left. Can you describe for the jury what view we're looking at in the residence in this photo?
This appears to be a sitting room.
And in the photo on the top right. Does that show a different angle of kind of the archway and hallway into that sitting room?
Yes,
And looking at the photo on the bottom, what vantage point is that relative to the room?
It runs parallel down the length of the room.
Ms. Loftus, let's take those down and put up 117 and 121, please. By the way, Special Agent Luciano. Do you know that property 675 Ramapo Valley Road goes by any other name?
Yes,
And what name is that?
The Crocker Estate.
Looking at these photos, can you explain for the jury where this room is situated within the residence?
Sure. It's on the ground floor, and it was the main area, I would say, of the residence. All of the second floor hallways that I had been in looked into this room.
How big was it?
Expansive.
Let's take those down and put up 120 and 125. Are these other angels of that same room we just looked at?
Yes, they are.
Focusing on the photo on the left. Can you explain where the second floor hallway is depicted in that photo?
If you look at the chandelier and you look slightly up and behind it, those are the second floor hallways. In addition, you'll see there's a white archway behind either end of the rooms. So one is behind the cathedral and one is directly across from that.
And then in the photo on the right, if we can zoom in on the back portion, Ms. Loftus, where there appears to be an item that rises the height of the room. Can you explain what that was?
Sure. I misspoke before. I called it a cathedral, and it is an organ.
And that was an organ that was on one side of the main hall, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Schrofa said, "Objection to the leading."
Ms. Murray said, "I think Ms. Schroff had an objection."
The court said, "I did not hear an objection."
Ms. Schrofa said, "It's okay. I was objecting to the leading."
The court said, "All right. Don't lead."
Ms. Murray said, "Yes, Your Honor." Ms. Loftus, we can take those down, and can we put up 127, please? If we could zoom in on the window portion of this, please. Special Agent Luciano, what is this looking toward? This photo?
The outside of the residence.
Let's take that down and put up 103 and 104, please. What type of room is shown here?
This is another sitting room.
Ms. Loftus, if we could zoom in on the left photo on kind of the table and chair area in the center. Special Agent Luciano, do you see what is against what appears to be the fireplace in this photo?
Yes,
The rectangular object?
Yes,
What does that appear to be?
Some sort of statute.
And above the statute, we can zoom in directly against the fireplace, please. Let's try it on the right side. The fireplace, the full white fireplace on the right side. What is that item that is up in front of the fireplace?
A large screen TV.
Take that down and put up exhibits 314, 315 and 324. Now, Special Agent Luciano. Do you see that there's something hanging from each of the items depicted in these photos?
I do.
What is that?
They appear to be tags.
If we could take that out and focus in on the item on the bottom for a moment. Do you know what type of item this is?
I do not.
Let's go to 101 and 102, please. Now, Special Agent Luciano. In the photo on the left there's a piece of paper on the wall. Do you see that?
Yes,
What, if anything, does that represent?
That's a room number which helps designate where you find something. So in this picture we see that we have the sculpture or a statute of a vehicle. And we can clearly see we saw this in room Q. Helps us to keep organize.
And in the process of the search warrant, who, if anyone, designates rooms with different identifiers?
That would be the evidence response team and the search team lead.
Focusing on the object in the center, did you see that on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
Ms. Loftus, we could take those down and let's put up 153 and 154, please. Are these additional photos of that same object, Special Agent Luciano?
Yes,
If we could zoom in on the item on the left side. Thank you. What does it appear to be based on your observations?
Sports car.
Let's take that down and pull up 153 alongside 800, please. Special Agent Luciano, Exhibit NJ 800. Is that a scan of one of the items that was recovered during the search of the MilesGuo property?
Yes,
If we could just have you focus on the English language at the top. Could you please read that in gray?
The course management states that MilesGuo has successfully attended the Ferrari challenge.
Do you know who MilesGuo is?
No,
Looking at the bottom left, what is the date that's listed on this document for the Ferrari challenge?
The 29th through 31st of January in 2015.
And what date was the search warrant executed where this document was recovered?
On March 15th, 2023.
Take those down and put up 149 and 151, please. What type of room is this, Special Agent Luciano?
This is another sitting room.
And on the left, the photo on the left looking through the doorway. If we could zoom in on that, Ms. Loftus. What, if anything, do we see through the doorway here?
You see the sculpture.
Is that the same sculpture we just looked at in the prior photo?
Yes.
Focusing on the item on the right, if we could zoom in on the fireplace, please. What type of item is in front of the fireplace in this room?
This is that large TV.
Let's take these down and put up 189 and 190, please. What type of room did this appear to be?
This is a sitting room.
Focusing on the photo on the left on the couch and the chair, if you could zoom in on those. Do you see the white pillows?
Yes,
Do you recognize the image that is on those white pillows?
I do not.
Do you know what G fashion is?
No,
Let's take that down and now go to 99 and 100, please. Special Agent Luciano. There appears to be some equipment in this room. Do you see that?
I do.
What type of equipment does that appear to be?
It appears to be lighting equipment.
Let's take this down and put up 155 and 156, please. Are these additional photos of the same room? Special Agent Luciano, that we just looked at?
Yes,
And now, Ms. Loftus, if we could please pull up on the left side alongside 156, Exhibit 662. And if we could go to page 5. And Special Agent Luciano. This is another scan of an item that was recovered from the residence pursuant to the stipulation between the parties. Looking at page 5 here. Can you please compare the image on page 5 of the scanned document with the photo in 662 or in 156?
They look to be very similar if not the same.
And, Ms. Loftus, can we zoom in on the text on the left side of 662? Can you read in the bold text the scripter?
A monumental ormolu mounted mahogany bookcase.
And look at the prices, what appears to be pounds, dollars and euros. Could you read those ranges, please?
In dollars it's 19,000 to 31,000.
Ms. Loftus, let's put up 144 and 145. What type of room was this?
This appears to be a dining room.
Let's put up now exhibits 135, 136, 137 and 138. What room was this?
This is one of the kitchens at the residence.
And looking at the windows taking the top right as an example, what view, if any? Are we looking at through those windows?
It appears to be a view onto the grounds.
Ms. Loftus, can we pull up 140 and 141, please? By the way, what level was that kitchen on that we just looked at?
I would think that it's on the first floor.
Ms. Schrofa said, objection.
But I would want to see a full walkthrough because there were so many kitchens.
The court said don't guess. If you don't know, just say you don't know.
And looking at these exhibits, what room within the residence is depicted in these?
This is another kitchen.
And then we can take those down and put up 142 and 143. Do you see the structure, for lack of a better term, that's in the photo on the left side?
Yes,
What is that?
That's a staircase down to one of the lower floors.
And leading from where to the lower from? Leading from what room down to the lower floor?
One of the kitchens to lower floor.
And let's take that down and put up 85 and 7, please. Do you recognize what's depicted on the left side here?
This is one of the lower floor hallways.
And, Ms. Loftus, on the right side photo. If we could zoom in on the black rectangular items that are on the wall. What does that appear to be an image of?
Artwork of a monkey.
We can take that down. And let's go to 14 and 15, please. Looking first at the left, can you describe what, if anything, is shown in this photo?
We have 4 pop art sculptures and more art of a monkey.
And the photo on the right, if we can zoom in on the picture on the wall, Ms. Loftus. What is shown there?
Artwork of a monkey.
Let's zoom out of that for a moment and leave these up. What type of equipment, if any, do you see on the photo in the right?
Gym equipment.
And let's go to 22, 23, 24, and 25, please. What part of the house was this located in?
This is on the lower level of the residence.
And what type of rooms were these?
They would be comparable to a spa. You have a washing off room and the inlet pool.
Did you walk through this portion of the house?
Yes,
On the top left photo, if we could focus on the mat, Ms. Loftus. What is next to the mat in this photo?
A pair of shoes.
Take that down and put up 26 and 32, please. What part of the house were these rooms in?
These were also on the lower floor of the house.
Where were they in proximity to photos we just saw of the pool, for lack of a better word?
They were nearby.
Let's go now to 97 and 98, please. The photo on the right is a bit clearer. What part of the house are we looking at on the photo of the right?
This was a landing between several of the floors.
And we can take this down and go to 210, please. What type of room was this?
This was a sitting room.
Take that down and go to 198 and 201, please. What type of room was this?
This was a bedroom.
Did you go into this room on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
Looking above the fireplace, what, if anything, is hung on the wall, the mantel?
A TV.
Let's zoom out of that. Special Agent Luciano, looking at the photo on the right. Do you see a piece of furniture under a mirror?
Yes,
What, if anything, did you do on March 15, 2023, relative to that piece of furniture?
I was the one who searched it.
Was the FBI authorized under the search warrant to search closed drawers, locked containers and items?
Ms. Shrofa said, "Objection, Your Honor."
The court said, "You may answer if you know."
We had the authority to do so.
Can you describe for the jury how you searched this dresser?
Sure. We opened the drawers and then we went through the items that were in there.
What, if anything, did you find in this dresser?
I found a leather case containing a card of sorts.
Ms. Loftus, if we could take those down and pull up exhibits 249 and 250. Do you recognize what's depicted in those photos, Special Agent Luciano?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
This is the leather case that I found containing the card. And you can see my name on the item sheet.
So focusing first in the image on the left, and if we could zoom in, Ms. Loftus. What type of material was that case made out of on the left?
A pebbled leather.
And what, if anything, did it say on that item?
It reads Stefano Ricci Club.
And zoom out of that and room on the right side, please, the right photo. What type of view of the box on the left are we looking at here?
These are the contents of that leather case.
And looking at the piece of paper, what, if anything, does it say for description of item?
Black Stefano Ricci membership package monogram.
To be clear, who, if anyone, fills out that information on this type of item sheet?
I wrote that because I found the item.
And on collected by, whose name is that?
My name.
Now, looking at the item itself, what are we looking at to the left of the white piece of paper? It's a card-sized item.
That was the membership card.
What color is that? That's a black with a gold circle.
Yes,
Ms. Loftus, if we could just zoom in on that portion. So this is the left half of the zoom that we're in presently. Did you pick up or feel the card that day? Special Agent Luciano?
I did.
Can you describe for the jury what it felt like?
It was a metallic card. It was heavier than a regular plastic credit card.
What does it read here on the bottom portion?
Ho Wan Kwok.
And the printed words above Ho Wan Kwok.
This welcome booklet belongs to.
Do you know who Ho Wan Kwok is?
No,
We can take that down and go to 199, please. What are we looking at here? What direction are we looking?
This is the bedroom in which that membership case was just found. And you'll see that the door on the left opens into a bathroom and the doorways on the right feed into a series of 3 rooms. The first of which was a closet. The second of which was a large room being used as a closet for linens. And the third of which is the door that you can see which is closed was another closet.
So let's go to 202 and 203, please. Now, this room. Where is this room relative to the view that we were just looking at in 199?
This is the first in that series of rooms through the first set of door frames.
Looking at the photo on the right. Can you explain what room we're looking into on the right side through the doorway here?
The room through that doorway is another large room being used as a closet.
And if we could just zoom in on the clothes that are hanging in the photo on the right for a moment. Ms. Loftus. We can take that down and let's go to 204 and 205, please. Special Agent Luciano, which room is this?
This is the middle of the series of rooms. It's the large room being used as a closet.
Let's go to 283 and 284, please. Are these additional views of that room?
Yes,
Ms. Loftus on, the photo on the right. Can we please zoom in on the entirety of the hanging rack that's against the back wall? Special Agent Luciano. What is hanging from that rack? What appears to be hanging from that rack?
Clothing.
Do you know whether any clothing was seized on March 15, 2023?
I do.
Ms. Loftus, can you pull up alongside this 284 Exhibit 221? Special Agent Luciano. What does this show on the left side here?
This is a tag on a suit.
Is that a suit that was seized on March 15, 2023, from the Mawa residence?
Yes,
Can you read what that tag says?
Bryony for MilesGuo.
Let's take that down and put up 185 and 186, please. What type of room was this?
This was a bedroom.
And let's put up 187 now, please. Zooming in on the mat next to the bed. What, if anything, is on that mat?
Slippers.
Let's go to 181, please. What type of room was this?
This is a bathroom.
And on the bottom left of this photo, what, if anything, are we looking at there?
The towels.
Yes.
Towels.
Did you observe towels during your search on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
Ms. Loftus, if we could pull up alongside Exhibit 228, please. Are these some of the towels that you observed during your search on March 15, 2023?
Yes,
What type were they?
Versace.
Let's go now to 174 and 177. What type of room is this, Special Agent Luciano?
This is a bedroom.
Do you see a pattern on the edge of the mattress in this bedroom?
I do.
How would you describe that pattern?
It looks to be checked similar to plaid or buffalo.
And now let's go to 224 and 254, please. What are we looking at on the left here?
This is a safe.
Where was that safe located?
In third of the closets in that series of rooms that we had looked at previously with the closed door.
Did there come a time on March 15, 2023, when the FBI accessed the contents of this safe?
Yes,
What, if anything, was your role when accessing the contents of this safe?
I observed the opening of the safe, and I searched through the contents of the safe.
What is the photo on the right of the safe?
Several of the items in the safe.
If we could now put up exhibits 255 and 265. What are we looking at in the photo on the left?
The contents of the safe.
And if we could zoom in on the top left portion of that left photo, Ms. Loftus. The top left here. Special Agent Luciano, what is that?
It was a bag of money.
You can zoom out of that, and we can zoom in on the right side, please. And Special Agent Luciano. What is this? What's depicted in this photo?
This is the money seized from that safe.
Did there come a time when you counted that money?
Yes,
Ms. Loftus, if we could zoom out and zoom in closer on the white piece of paper. Approximately how much money was located in that safe?
It was approximately $394,040.
What type of currency was that $394,040?
US cash.
Let's go to exhibits 275 and 276, please. What type of room was this?
This is a closet.
Let's go now to 273 and 274. What are we looking at here?
Men's apparel.
Ms. Loftus, on the right side, if we could zoom in on first the black item on the top left. Do you see words written on this, Special Agent Luciano?
I do.
Do you know what they mean?
No,
What type of fabric, if any, does that appear to be made out of?
Leather.
Ms. Loftus, if we could pull up alongside 274, Exhibit 256, please. And let's zoom in on the text portion as much as we can. There are words on the top right of this. What are they?
G-fashion.
And on the top left there's a word. What does that say?
Invoice.
What is the order date for this invoice?
December 15th, 2022.
Let's zoom out. There are a couple of items. I want to focus your attention on the last one here. If we could zoom in on that, Ms. Loftus. First of all, what is the quantity of this item on this invoice?
1.
How is it described?
Crocodile hoodie leather jacket.
Above that before the 50, do you see 3 letters?
Yes,
What do they say?
BLK.
What is the price that's listed? In the second column, what is the price that was listed for this jacket?
The price was $129,600.
Let's zoom out of that. And, Ms. Loftus, if we could now please put up 257 and 258. Focusing now on the left side, if we could just zoom in on the subtotal shipping discount information. On this document, what was the subtotal?
$177,525.
What was the discount?
$177,525.
What percentage of discount is that?
100%.
So what was the total price for this invoice?
$0.
If we could focus now, Ms. Loftus, on the right side. Actually, let's take down the one on the right so we can look at 258 clearly. Thank you. Can you just read down the description of the 5 items that are listed here, please?
Biker zip-up dress, leather Rosita pants, leather jumpsuit, crocodile leather jacket.
And looking at the quantities list for these items, Special Agent Luciano. How many of the crocodile leather jackets were there, for example?
There were 2.
And what was the price for each of those?
The price was $186,000.
So adding up the quantities of items that are listed on this invoice. How many individual items are reflected on this invoice?
There were 10 by my math.
And what was the subtotal for those 10 items?
$425,065.
And the discount?
$425,065.
What percentage discount is that?
100%.
Is that more than 50%?
Yes,
Is that more than 10%?
Ms. Strofa said, Your Honor, we stipulate that 100% is more than all of those.
The court said okay.
What was the total for these 10 items?
$0.
We can take that down. Ms. Loftus, can we now please go to 233? Focus in on the top portion of this. What information is reflected on this document?
Security personnel.
What is the title listed?
Director of Security.
And there's a photo there. Do you recognize that person?
No,
Looking on the right, what is the name listed for that person?
Scott Barnett.
You can take that down now, and put up Exhibit 61, please. What is this in this photograph?
This appears to be an envelope.
What is the return address in the top left corner of this envelope?
162, East 64th Street, New York, New York, 10065.
And what address was this sent to?
It was sent to 33, Ferncliff Road, Coscob, Connecticut, 06807.
Under that there's a 2 and a colon. What does it say after that?
To Ho Wan Kwok, Wen Gui Guo.
Do you know who MilesGuo is?
No,
Let's put up now Exhibits 55 and 230. Starting on the left, if we could zoom in, Ms. Loftus. On kind of the green portion through to the card. What are we looking at here, Special Agent Luciano?
This appears to be a New York State ID.
And what is the name of the individual for this ID?
Ho Wan Kwok.
It's a bit hard to read. Do you see the address listed below for Ho Wan Kwok?
I do see the address.
Are you able to read it?
Not clearly.
What street is that address on if you can tell?
The first digit is not clear.
All right. Ms. Loftus, we can zoom out of that, and let's zoom in on the ID on the right side. What appears to be an ID? What type of card is this?
This looks like an ID card as well.
Can you read on the top the name or the title of this card?
Hong Kong Permanent Identity Card.
For whom?
Ho Wan Kwok.
And looking at the date of issuance, it's a bit blurry. Can you read the date of issuance for this?
It's the 10th of December, 04.
We can zoom out of that. Let's go to 267 and 745. Starting with 267 on the left of the screen. If we could zoom in on the envelope and the documents on top of it. What are we looking at here?
These appear to be Social Security cards.
If we can zoom out again, Ms. Loftus. And zoom in just on the white portion on the Social Security card on the left side. Can you read the name of this mail to whom it's addressed?
Hing Kai Ngok.
What's the address it was sent to?
The address is 781, Fiesta Avenue Apartment, 1801, New York, New York, 10022.
Looking at the right of the Social Security card on the bottom right. What's the date of issuance of that card?
The 10th of May, 2018.
Do you know who this individual is? Hing Chi Ngok?
No,
Zoom out of that and look on the right side and zoom in. What type of document is this?
This is a passport.
Issued from where?
Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, People's Republic of China.
We can take that down. And, Ms. Loftus, let's go now to 347 and 348. First focusing on 347. If we could zoom in on the item. What type of item is this?
It appears to be a wallet with pictures and a health insurance card with a credit card.
And the card on the top, on the middle and the right side. Can you read a portion of that name that's printed on that card?
Yes,
What does it say?
Hing Kai Ngok.
Zoom out of that and look on the right side, please. And zoom in on those items. Looking at the photograph of the two individuals, Special Agent Luciano. Is that the photographs that we saw in the image that we just looked at on the left side?
Could we pull up the other picture as well?
Sure.
Yes,
So the image on the right, are those the items that were taken from the wallet that's depicted on the left?
I couldn't say. I didn't search that wallet.
Let's take that down and go to Exhibit 272. What types of documents are depicted in this photo?
Travel and ID documents.
And if we're able to zoom in on the top left, let's zoom in on that item and see. It may be too fuzzy. Let's do instead 798, please. Do you recognize the individual depicted in these photographs?
No,
Let's go to 346 and 246, please. Focusing on the left, what do these appear to be?
Personal photographs.
Do you recognize the individuals depicted in these photographs?
No,
And then on the right if we could zoom out and look on the right again. What do these appear to be?
These also appear to be personal photographs.
Let's go to Exhibit 808, please. If we could go to the next page. What is the text on the top right of this document?
Rolls-Royce.
Let's zoom in on the top portion through to aircraft serial number. If you could read starting with the customer on the first paragraph here.
Whitecroft Shore Limited.
And continue reading that sentence here.
Hereby authorizes the following company to act as its agent and receive services on behalf of the customer under that aircraft enrollment contract.
And the company name listed here is ACAS Canada Limited. Do you see that?
Yes.
Please zoom out and zoom in on the bottom portion. Agreed by customer. What is listed for the customer?
Whitecroft Shore Limited.
And the printed name?
MilesGuo.
Title of MilesGuo?
Sole Director.
Zoom out and go to the next page, please.
The court said, "All righty. It's 5 o'clock. We're going to stop our work for today. We'll resume tomorrow. You'll be here ready to walk into the courtroom at 9:30. Remember, members of the jury, that you're not permitted to discuss the case amongst yourselves. Don't permit anyone to discuss it in your presence. Don't read, watch, or listen to anything from any source that touches on the subject matter of this case. Have a good evening."
The law clerk said, "Jury exiting."
Jury not present.
The court said, "You may step out."
Witness temporarily excused.
The court said, "Please be seated. Does either side want to say anything before we break for the evening?"
Ms. Murray said, "Nothing from the government, Your Honor."
Ms. Strofa said, "Your Honor, just one matter. I believe in the exhibits that were demonstrated to the jury this afternoon. One of them had a photograph and information about a gentleman named Scott Barnett. His phone number was made public. And Mr. Barnett is not. I just wanted to flag for the court that perhaps it might be prudent not to have his phone number be made public. But I leave that up to the court."
Ms. Murray said, "We're happy to redact that. It appeared to be a business number. We'll redact that for the exhibits that we actually put into evidence."
The court said, "Very well. Have a good evening."
Adjourned to June 21st, 2024 at 9 a.m.